A government circular in Karnataka has mandated that Kannada must be used in all official communication and notings. Now, the circular says that violations will lead to file being returned. Karnataka Chief Secretary Shalini Rajneesh has issued a circular directing all the government employees to use Kannada mandatorily in all levels of administration, including the official correspondence. The move now aims to strengthen the use of the state's official language in day-to-day governance and also ensure uniformity in communication across departments. The directive applies to all the state government offices and agencies operating within Karnataka. This decision comes amid growing calls for upholding Kannada's primacy in administration as well as public services. It's a big move that has now come in. Also, the importance as well as the call for making Kannada compulsory is back into the picture. My colleague Mohammad Wajiullah joining us live from Bengaluru. Wajiullah, what does exactly that mean? Now this directive coming in, what could this lead to?
Well, this is not surprising because the emphasis of language is very high in the states, especially in the southern states, and Karnataka being one of them, has emphasized that Kannada will now be a mandatory language in government offices, in places where there is the involvement of government and public. Apart from that, they've said that there is a leeway in central issues in courts. From what we understand is that in the last few days, we've seen how relentless attacks were done in Kannada against the language. We've seen the Kamal Hassan Rao. We've seen how the billboards were also trashed by Kannada right wings. And after that, we've seen this decision coming from the Karnataka government. But it is not surprising because most southern states like Tamil Nadu, Kerala have already implemented this, and it's going on for a very long time. And apart from that, a lot of government offices do emphasize on Kannada. The reason it has been reiterated is that the government feels that in the last few years, the emphasis has gone down. The response that comes from government officers, the notes that come out in these documents are somewhere written in English, and that is why the chief minister had also urged the secretary to make it mandatory that in all government offices, especially that notes and officials respond to people in Kannada, because at least, if not in the urban areas, in rural areas, it becomes very important because there the knowledge of English and Hindi is comparatively less to the people of the urban sector, and that is why it has been more emphasizing to the rural areas, because people in villages still prefer Kannada over any other languages, and that is why it becomes more important for those places where Kannada is emphasized or Kannada is necessary, that government offices do make it mandatory. While will be given to those who don't know Kannada, there will be some assistance over there. But on an overall level, Kannada is mandatory from now onwards in government offices. It was already there, but because there were a lot of notes that were written in English, responses given in English, and that is where the government decided that if not government offices, then where will the importance come from? And that is why they made this mandatory.
All right. Also, Vaji, if you could tell us how exactly the employee unions have responded to it. Have they been welcoming this move?
Well, so far we haven't heard of any opposition with regards to this particular move. Everyone has seemed to welcomed it, be it the pro-Kannada activists, the working employees, and the government sectors. Yes, we might have a problem with the urban population, those who have a very less knowledge of Kannada, or the outsiders who have come here. But on an overall level, we haven't come across any association, any organization, any activist groups, or any language groups coming out and opposing this for the time being.